U.S. President Donald Trump has announced new tariffs of up to 25% on automotive imports, escalating the global trade war he reignited after returning to the White House this year. The tariffs set to take effect on April 2nd are part of a broader strategy to revive U.S. manufacturing and reduce the trade deficit. Additional reciprocal tariffs targeting key trade partners are expected the same day. The move has sparked concern across the auto industry, with experts warning of higher prices and disrupted production. Shares of major U.S. automakers dropped following the announcement. Canada is preparing to respond to new tariffs on imported vehicles announced by U.S. President Donald Trump, with possible retaliatory measures under consideration. Prime Minister Mark Carney stated that the move poses a serious threat to the North American auto industry and confirmed he will convene a high-level cabinet meeting on Thursday to finalize Canada's response. Ottawa has already outlined a $155 billion package of counter tariffs, which would be implemented in phases depending on Washington's actions. While no specific timeline was given, officials say a decision is expected soon.
We're in the process of being broken.
As Canada braces for new U.S. tariffs under President Donald Trump, a Toronto fair is urging consumers to buy locally and support homegrown businesses. The one-of-a-kind show, now in its 49th year, features over 400 Canadian artisans and has become a platform for the growing Buy Canadian movement. While some vendors say they're shielded from direct tariff impacts by sourcing and producing locally, concerns remain for those with American customers. The event highlights rising public support for domestic products during a time of economic uncertainty.
I love a good.
China has condemned the United States for adding dozens of Chinese entities, including 6 subsidiaries of cloud computing giant Inspur Group, to its export restriction list. The foreign ministry in Beijing called the move unjustified and said it would take necessary measures to protect the rights and interests of Chinese businesses. The announcement comes amid growing tensions between the two countries over trade, technology, and national security, as Washington continues to target Chinese firms with sanctions and export controls. Iran's currency has plunged to a record low of 1,039,000 rials to the US dollar, losing more than half of its value since President Masoud Pezeshkian took office in August. The drop comes amid growing tensions with the United States over Iran's nuclear program. Diplomatic efforts have stalled, raising fears of potential conflict. With annual inflation around 40%, many Iranians are turning to foreign currencies and gold to protect their savings, adding further pressure on the rial. In 2018, the rial traded at 55,000 to the dollar before U.S. sanctions were reimposed. Tesla is set to launch in Saudi Arabia for the first time, with a debut event scheduled in Riyadh on April 10, according to an update on the company's website. While Tesla already operates in parts of the Middle East, it has not entered the region's largest market until now. The launch comes as Tesla faces declining sales in Europe and growing controversy in the United States, where CEO Elon Musk has drawn criticism over political ties and government cuts.